Well, hello everyone. This is Bijan back with the project. Right now, I'm trying to build up the muscles for the lower arm. It is one problem with this clay. It is so brittle. The thing is with this clay, you're trying to put the clay on it. You need to use a little bit of force so it would stick. Otherwise, just like a blob stays on top of it. So in order to do that, you have to kind of put it on and scrape it and mush it in. And if it's on the model itself, you do that unless you support it really well. And it's not always I remember to hold my other hand behind it. It just moves a little bit and boom, cracks. So throughout this sculpture, you're going to see a lot of breakage and repair and what have you, but I can't help it. The thing is with the pose, I am trying to get the pose similar to the pose of the model that I have reference images of. And in order to do that, at first you put it together and then look at it. It needs to be moved a little bit this way or that way. And when you do that, with this clay, it's just going to break. Because the arm is twisted, I was just today looking at one of the apps that I have. It's called Complete Anatomy. And it's a very expensive app, but well worth it. One of the things I like about it is, I can isolate the muscles and then go and look at it and see where it's supposed to go, where it's inserted and what the origin is. And also that app has the ability to pick a muscle and then go look at the motion. That motion part is my favorite part of that app. It would let you move that muscles. In other words, the arm is moved when you go to the motions. There are several motions, adducting or flexing and stuff like that. And each one of those motions have the hand or arms or legs, whichever part you're selecting, in different position. And that's where you can see how the muscles are supposed to look like. And I was looking at that today as I was working on this video, and I said, well, I wish I was had that app at that time when I was working with this one. I don't think at that time I had the app. Later on I bought the app, but it is a very good app, very, very nice. I have other references, for anatomy, human anatomy, and some of them are good and some of them are not as good. But this Complete Anatomy is really my favorite now. It was about $50. The way this model is posed, she's doing a very extreme pose where she's laying on the ground and arching her back, lower back, and the whole back, her back is off the ground, off the floor. So the only thing that is supporting her back is her, her bottom and her head and tip of her right arm or right hand and pretty much the left elbow. And as I put this on the board, on the table, you can see that they're not in the right place. The way I have it posed right now, it just doesn't make sense. So I have to move it later on. I will. You will see it in the later videos. But this is how the sculpting is. You think you got the pose right with the armature and everything, and you start putting the clay on and you're shaping it and trying to get the sculpture looking right, and then you discover that, well, something needs to be moved. If you're lucky and you're using a clay that is forgiving, well, you can move it to a different position, different location, no problem. With this one, forget it. You better make your decision and stick with it, or do what I'm doing. I work with it and it cracks, and I remount it, glue it back on, put some melted clay in there or whatever. And right now I have, for example, the left leg off because I was working on the inner part of the right leg, and I needed more space. So I took it off, and I just left it off because I know I'm sure I gotta get back there and do some more work, and I need to work on the right leg, on the left leg as well. All right, so that's where I am. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is last video. These are clips of videos I record and stop and record and stop and stuff like that, because I don't. Sometimes I spend hours sitting there and recording and or working, and sometimes I have the video off because some of these things are repetition, so I don't have the camera on. But whenever I have the camera on, they're on and off, and there are a bunch of clips that I have to take it. I take it first to the computer and edit those, and on a PC I'm using the Camtasia program. That's a video capture, screen capture, and recording. Really fantastic program. So I'm taking these things over there, chopping them up and speeding them. I'm using about 300% speed from the normal speed, which is about 3 times faster than normal. And the first thing I do is, because I'm speeding it, the audio is useless, no matter. So that I usually don't talk because I can't use that audio anyway. And if I talk, I know it's going to be trimmed out. The way I do it is, in that program you can go and separate the audio from the video. You say, separate the audio, and then when the track is separated, I just delete that audio. And then I speed up the video 3 times. I used to do, 5 times, 7 times, some areas or whatever, but I figured 3 times is a pretty good speed. You can, I ran out of space. I talked too much, didn't get to say all the things I want to say. That's fine. I'm going to trim these out and edit it, and then add it so it's perfectly fitting in there. What I wanted to say was I use that program to edit these things to a manageable size video. I'm trying to find a way to do a lot of this stuff with the iPad. This way I can just go someplace quiet and sit down and put my feet up and do a lot of these editings and voiceovers and what have you. I'm using a different program, which is a different app, iPad app, which is called Pinnacle Studio, which is video editing. I like this one a little bit better. It has a little bit better features than I like that iMovie didn't have. So I'm going to use this app, and I'm going to keep the video at 15 minutes or below 15 minutes. For one reason is that I want to try to upload it through this iPad to the YouTube, see how it turns out. You guys need to tell me if this was okay or not, if you prefer having longer videos like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But I think most people don't like longer videos. Most people like videos about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, here I'm working on the latissimus dorsi. I remember in the last video I called it latissimus dorsi. That's not the correct way of saying it. It's latissimus dorsi. Apparently, in the Greek or Latin, the I's are really I. It's not like E, like in English. You can sometimes say something like I or E, but all the I's are I. Really, that's how you're supposed to say it. Like brachii, brachy. I think that means arm. Um, I call it breaky my heart, breaking my heart. There's a song like that, isn't it? Here I'm putting some muscles on the portion of the trapezius that goes to the neck. That part, because of the left arm, being pushed back, it should have some compression, some bulging, different than the right side. The right side is the way she has her arm moved up like that. The scapula is pulled away from the center and pretty much, has slid about almost as much as its width from its normal position to the right and up a little bit. And the left one, because of the way the arm is pushed back trying to support herself, that scapula is a lot closer to the center, to the vertebrae. I'm going to have to find out how to say that. So, building a little bit of that trapezius muscles over there near the center. We're getting close to the end of this video. Like I said, I was going to try to keep it at about 15 minutes or below 15 minutes so I can upload it from the iPad and see. This is an experiment to see how it works. If y'all like the shorter videos, let me know. Want longer videos, let me know. We go from there. In the later videos, you're going to find out that I moved that arm lower because it's just not in the right place the way it is. She's pretty much supporting her body with the elbow. Of course, right now the elbow is all twisted and everything. So that's going to be interesting. Building those muscles around these arms that are all twisted is very hard. If it was in the, normal pose, standing with the arms spread apart, it would be easier. But that's where we are. So you guys let me know which is better to do, longer videos or shorter videos, or if I happen to finish this one on iPad and upload it, if the quality is okay and what have you. That's pretty much it. I guess I see you guys in the next video. Because these are going to be 15 minutes, I might do 2 of them on the weekends. I'm trying to at least every weekend have these videos ready and upload them. So I would probably work on the second one, and before Monday I would have it loaded up. So until the next video, cheers.